Hey everybody, this is Oversized Duelist here. I'm sorry to say to those who were looking forward to it, if there's any of you, that I do not have a recording of me opening my boxes. I opened them at a friend's last night and just didn't want to go through the bother making a video in their place when they're all there, and it was just something I didn't do, so I'm going to share my results with you today. I had a total of 50 packs. I had 2 boxes I had pre-ordered, as well as 2 packs I had gotten for judging a smaller version of the sneak peek. We had some people out of town who had thought it was on Saturday, and we had moved it to Sunday. So we ran a little one that I happened to be there for and judge. So I got 2 extra packs last night, and this is what I pulled. As far as rares go, I'm not going to bother sharing those, but I will share the one good Formula Synchron that I pulled. I only pulled 1 out of 50 packs, which was kind of sad. I really wanted 2. And now on to super rares. I'll go from bad to best in my opinion. I got Delg the Dark Monarch. Yippee. He's a terrible monarch. I pulled another Power Breaker, which gives me a set. I have pulled 3 of that card, which I don't like at all. If it was any spell or traps he destroyed with his effect, sure. Knight of the Ice Barrier. I just don't see them being that great right now. If someone can prove me wrong, please do. I pulled 2 Anarchist Monk Ranchin. That gives me a set of that card as well, which makes me still very sad. Let's see. I pulled a D2 Shield. I like this card. I now have a set of it. I traded for 2. Mainly for rock. You know, running Canyon, Stone Statue of the Aztec, Big Shield Gardna, you know, cards like that, and then, you know, you use like Effect Veiler or Stronghold Guardian first, even if you happen to have that, for turning your big defense monsters into ridiculous beatsticks. I mean, 1 D2 Shield in a inverse universe turns Big Shield Gardna into a 5200 beatstick permanently, which is ridiculous. And they book a Moon it, well then you're back to your defender. I mean, I'm trying to work on it and it's not working, but I have hopes. Tyrant's Temper. I pulled 1 of these. This card has some amazing potential. I mean, you tribute a monster when you activate it. It's a continuous trap, and as long as it's face up on the field, all of your monsters are Elemental Hero Wildheart. They are completely immune to the effects of other trap cards. They're unaffected, yeah. So it's an interesting card. I see use for it. I could see people setting against trap-heavy decks, especially with Blackwings, with cards coming out of the Crow Hogan pack that target your opponent's monsters, stuff like that. But we'll have to see. Dragoonity Knight, Dragoonity Knight. Happy to pull it. I still don't know what the true potential of those guys are. I've played around with them in some OCG stuff, and I like them, but I still don't know that they have the power yet. It's gonna be a while before they're good. I pulled 1 Naturia Cherries, and I traded it to a friend who also bought 2 boxes. He had pulled 2 Karakuri Clocks, and I kind of like the Karakuris. I'm thinking about building them, so I preferred that over the Naturia because I don't like Naturias other than the Synchros. And that is it for my supers. Now on to Ultras. I, of course, pulled the obligatory Red Nova Dragon. I was really hoping for a Ghost Rare Shooting Star if I had to pull any one of those 2, but it didn't happen. 1 Mischief of the Yokai. Interesting card. I like it. Not main board, of course. You'd have to build some kind of a weird level manipulation deck, but I like it. It's something different. I pulled 2 Gaia Drake, the Universal Force. Now, as bad as that card looks, there is an actual way to make this guy work. From what I've been told, and I haven't looked up this stuff myself, but apparently there is an old flip effect monster called Spirit of Illusions or something similar. Excuse me. When this card is flip summoned, or just flip face up maybe, you can special summon any fusion monster from your extra deck, and then during the end phase of that turn it was summoned, it's destroyed. But since Gaia Drake, the Universal Force, cannot be targeted or destroyed by the effects of effect monsters, he doesn't blow up. So you get your monster flipped, and then you pop out a 3,500 attacker, 2,800 defender on the field for free, and it doesn't go away. So I can see that card being a deck based kind of around that, but right now he's still a cheap card, so I can't make a lot of money off of him. I pulled an Ultimate Karakuri Shogun MDL00 Bure. I like this guy. I have two of them now. I've pulled two. I pulled an Ultra at my sneak peek, and again, I'm really looking into building these guys. I was looking at some of their support. Their field spell is ridiculous. So, glad to have pulled that. Now here's for my 2 money Ultra Rares. I pulled an Ultimate Tuning. Yeah, I just traded off my first tuning, and now I've just replaced it, so pretty happy with that. And I pulled another glow-up bulb. I have 2 glow-up bulbs now. So, and I've got 2 people already lined up wanting to trade for that. And now for my secret rares. I scraped the bottom of the barrel for these. I pulled Spellstone Sorcerer Karud. I think he's garbage. I think he's raw, just unfiltered garbage. He's, I mean, you could build a deck, you could run him. You'll regret running him, in my opinion. And then I pulled Skullmeister, and I want to say he's got potential. I mean, obviously he's going to be at best a sideboard card. But if he was a spellcaster, I would say run him in Gravekeepers, just because with Necro Valley, the only thing that doesn't work, that Necro Valley doesn't kill as far as graveyard is concerned, are effects that activate in the graveyard, like a monster, like a Plague Spreader. Plague Spreader can summon itself from the graveyard even if Necro Valley's up. If this were a spellcaster and therefore open to the spellcaster support that some Gravekeeper decks use, this guy would be great, just because you could discard him for his effect. If you were running things like Solidarity, it wouldn't be it wouldn't ruin your graveyard setup. He's got potential, but I don't ever think you'll see major use for him. But that is what I pulled through my 50 packs. I'm pretty satisfied. Unlike Duelist Revolution, there aren't some massive money cards in this set just yet. Tuning and Glow Up Bulb are worth, a good $20-25 a piece right now, at least. But there's nothing. We don't have a Pot of Duality yet. We don't have a Solemn Warning yet. Cards that are just ridiculously hyped, and for the most part well deserving. We don't have any of those cards yet, so I'm pretty happy. These 2 boxes were better than everything I pulled out of Duelist Revolution. I never pulled anything but crap out of there, so pretty happy. As far as anything else goes, I am really trying to work on a good scrap build, and I wanted to go pure, and I really can't. Scrap Mind Reader's relatively close to garbage. I will never run more than 1, if I even run 1, and I do have 1. Scrap Soldier's garbage. I really was hoping 1 would work with him. It doesn't. He's a pretty bad card. He's you draw onto him and you're looking at the most pointless draw you could have had. It's a garbage card. If it had better stats, or if it had some kind of special summon clause, like well, I suppose it would be stupid to pop a scrap and summon him, but still, he's just terrible. Scrap Searcher I'm liking so far. Again, I haven't done much playtesting just because I can't find a build I like, but I do like Scrap Searcher. I would run him at 2, for me at least. So, but looking at the basic buildup of the deck, I only have like 13 monsters. 3 Beast, 3 Chimera, 2 Golem, 2 Goblin, that's 10, 2 Searcher, and 1 Mind Reader. Yeah, I got 13. And can't think what else to run at the moment. I just got word of Scrap Shark and Scrap Worm that are coming out. I don't know when, but they are coming out, and those are some really good additions. We got Scrap Shark being a 4-star 2100 attacking fish. If a spell trap or monster effect is activated, he's destroyed. If he's destroyed by a scrap, you can send any scrap in your deck to the graveyard. So first off, we're breaking away from that. Plus, he's a non-tuner, which is great. Scraps so badly needed another 4-star or lower non-tuner monster. So I like him. I'll run 2 of them, to be honest. I mean, you drop him, they activate something to get rid of it, and you chain Scrap Storm. You just sent 2 cards from your deck to the graveyard and drew a card. So I like him. Scrap Worm is a level 2 tuner who can attack directly. If he's attacked, destroy him at the... I can't remember if he's destroyed before or after battle. And just like the other ones, if he's destroyed by a scrap effect, add any scrap but other than himself from your graveyard to your hand. And he's a level 2 tuner, which makes me think hopefully we'll get a level 6. I'm really hoping we get a level 6 Synchro. My hope was to get something like this, and I don't know if this is too broken, but I thought it was pretty fair. Give us a level 6 Scrap Synchro with 2600 attack, maybe junk defense, and have this effect. If he's destroyed by your opponent's card effect, or battle, and sent to the graveyard, special summon a non-synchro scrap from your graveyard, just like all the other synchros, and then have his effect be, you can select him and 2 cards your opponent controls and destroy all 3. That way, you're not getting the effect of summon, and your monster's gone, and they lose 2 cards. I think that's fair. Will it see a ton of use? Maybe not, just because of that. But I mean, it's like if you just got to clear out some of the field, and you got a Chimera in hand and a Worm in the graveyard, Chimera, Worm, that guy blows shit up. I mean, to me, it's fair. Will we get that? Obviously, I don't know. I mean, if we're lucky. But tell me what you guys think. I'd like to hear some more ideas on scraps. I don't know how to run Pure without incorporating some kind of an engine like Gravekeepers or Rykos, stuff like that. So any suggestions? I'd love to hear them. Thanks, guys.